Hey, everybody, what do you know? Welcome to the pre-post show.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry, TJ.
Wow.
Are you
Oh,
ready?
yeah,
I guess
right
this
out
is the
of the
time
gate,
to do that. Give us a projection.
Oh, man. Sorry, TJ.
You guys lost it again? What the fuck is wrong
I
with you
mean,
people?
lost it.
We didn't
again.
lose
you
it,
never
TJ.
gave it to us.
Error.
Error.
TJ
has
come
yet again committed
No,
an error.
that was your guys' error. You guys
That was not an
destroyed
error
the
on my part.
projector.
No, it
What about
wasn't.
that error
You're
yesterday
lying.
when you didn't catch me when I was literally falling right by you, TJ?
If you fall, I will catch you.
thought you were.
I could have caught you.
Time
Thought you were
after
there for me,
time.
bro. You're not ready for me to lose consciousness at any second.
I'm sorry.
Dude,
Come on,
TJ,
man.
I was the first to your side. Does that count for anything?
Look at me.
TJ.
I could pass
so
at any
for
second,
you guys who are
TJ.
confused, even though this episode is coming out, I don't know when exactly.
But much
This
later.
is the day after Paul's
Yeah,
fall.
that is kind of weird. People
So,
get to see
It's
the
a little-
aftermath
you
of
can
the
see
last
aftermath,
episode.
like weeks later or a week later or whatever it is. but
Whatever.
That's just the nature of how we shoot. So,
Yeah.
TJ, though, there's kind of a legal issue we need to bring up.
oh yeah, what's that?
Have you reviewed Paul's contract?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I need you to look at page 16, paragraph 3, subsection A. If Paul Parkes ever lose consciousness, TJ will catch him in the act and fall.
I thought that was just implied.
If TJ does not, I mean, that could be any location, TJ. If Paul's at his house, you should telepathically know to be at Paul's house with your hands
I mean, it'd
out
be
like
one
this.
thing if I just passed out, but I screamed at the top of my lungs, TJ, catch me, bro. I'm about to fall. And you were just like,
Lying.
no.
I saw TJ push you, in fact. I think TJ
You know what was
pushed
crazy
you.
about that to me? I mean, all of it was really crazy. But one of the craziest things is one of the first things Paul said after he kind of like was back into his wits. He's like, man, I need to get some fucking health insurance going.
Yeah. Need to get
know?
that sorted out during
Very
open
practical
enrollment here
fucking
pretty soon.
response.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a normal response. If like you're thinking about it, they're like, oh shit, I need to go to a doctor. Oh shit, I'm in America.
At that point,
oh, fuck.
yeah, I thought I was way more hurt than I was.
I'm surprised. I've said it like 8 times now, but I'm genuinely surprised you were not.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
I don't think anyone, like, if people would have seen what you fucking did,
No, it was bad.
I mean, it was, I don't think,
I didn't see it, but I heard it, dude.
yeah, I mean, it was fucking, like, that thud you heard in the fucking tape, that's Paul's face hitting the fucking wall.
I'm glad I don't remember it.
And it's just like,
'Cause it sounded
boom! That was face first, right into the fucking wall. The entire right side of your body is fucked up today, right, Paul? Like, you're limping around and shit.
Yeah, I can't remember the fall, but
And what an unfortunate episode to have it on, too, because everyone was like,
kayfabe.
obvious kayfabe.
I don't blame 'em.
Anyone who falls, I can understand it
I do think though
because
that like
it is just a weird episode for it to happen on.
people that are used to us kayfabing should know that we're not going to like fake a worrying illness or
No,
something
yeah.
and just like leave it hanging there.
Scotty
Like, where does
has
that lead?
cancer, you know.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then just like cry for Scotty for a few weeks and then just be like, kayfabe,
Gotcha, morons.
fine, suckers.
you know what I mean? But you know, I don't blame him.
Now, if any of us get cancer, it's gonna be called kayfabe. You know that, right?
The little boy who cried wolf, you know, that applies to all of us. When you engage in the kayfabe, then, you know, you basically become Andy Kaufman. Where
Yeah.
years after you're
People
dead,
were even writing to me with like a subtle wink and a nod, kind of like, can't believe all the suckers who actually believe Paul fell, you know?
Yeah.
Good one. I'm
he
like,
actually did fall.
I'm
so,
like, okay,
I mean,
well,
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I know there's no way to convince people that it happened, but I'm telling you, it fucking
I mean,
did.
it is what I'm not going to waste much time
No,
doing it.
that's how I feel too. It's like if they don't want to believe it happened, then
It is
fuck
what
them.
it
I don't
is.
care.
Yeah, it was and it was that episode of all episodes where we're talking about all these like weird medical maladies and shit.
It was a fucked up episode too because like in the middle of the episode, TJ's lawn care company goes,
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
cursed episode.
We
for sure.
had 2 interruptions
Yeah,
in that episode, so that's why it was cut a little bit.
yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah, it was really fucking weird.
Guess we're gonna have to talk about this again on Wednesday too, huh? 'Cause
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But today's
Dude, I've noticed an interesting thing when something worrying like this happens
Yeah.
to you. There's 4 categories of response spread out over my actual friends that knew it happened and the fan base.
yeah.
The friends almost uniformly seem to need to work out the trauma of it with me by recounting it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody that was in the room or adjacent to it wants to step through it a few times with me, which I'm fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Then there's the people that are just concerned, that are just like, oh, man, I feel better. They're probably the biggest block in the fan base. Then there's the internet doctors that all want to diagnose what's. Oh, dude, you had a you need your heart's about to explode. You got brain cancer, bro. You know, that type of shit.
Those are the same people, by the way, that if you tell them you're trying to lose weight, have got all kinds of diet advice.
Oh, of course.
Look, I know how to lose weight.
Yeah, the internet doctor wing, and then there's of course the disbeliever, which they're kind of my favorite wing.
Bullshit.
It just didn't happen. I wish you guys were right. You know what I mean? You guys definitely have the rosiest outlook on it. I just wonder, like, from the kayfabe angle, like, where's it gonna lead from that? You know what I mean?
know.
Yeah, Paul.
Guys, I got a crazy fucking idea. Let's pretend at the end of this episode that I just fucking face first into the door like an idiot and end up a sweaty mess on the floor.
Yeah, and there's no camera to capture it. So
Where's the punchline? You know what I mean? Where's the end? What am I gaining from this kayfabe?
if we're gonna make Paul,
It's planting the seeds for the later kayfabe, like a month later when we say Paul has a brain tumor. You know?
Oh, got it. Yeah, we're just gonna escalate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're gonna do it, we would get on camera and be like, "Oh, look at Paul being an idiot! Oh my God, Paul, no!" You know, then he would fall. Like,
it definitely wasn't captured in a great way,
Right. You know, if we were gonna fucking kayfabe it, we try to like show it to some extent.
But doesn't that make it easier to fake it when it's just a loud thump?
I guess.
Yeah. See.
Paul just walked up to the
dude.
door and went boom.
If anything,
my God.
Paul, oh no, are you okay, buddy?
Oh, dude, TJ was fucking like scared shitless for a second there. Like he didn't know what was going on. Like, Paul, what the fuck? So you should at least know she actually does give a fuck about you because he had a pretty concerned reaction. He wasn't like, "Yeah, Paul, you all right there, man?"
Dude, I'll be real, man. It was fucking like I was kind of traumatized.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I don't want to
didn't
fucking.
experience
I don't
it,
want to
honestly.
say that because like obviously what Paul went through is way worse.
No, it isn't.
But
I got to be honest with you, it really isn't. I feel worse for the people, especially you, that saw it happen, than I do for me because I don't remember the fucking thing.
Right.
And all I have to deal with it from is that I'm sore as shit for the next few days,
dude,
and I
yeah.
chipped a tooth.
TJ has the besides you, TJ's number 2 because like he has to like see that over and over again. It's really
and I
weird.
did. I mean, like it's like when
I
something
know.
fucked up happens, it kind of does have a tendency to want to like just replay over and over in your head.
Wish we had a high res enough camera for me to show my tooth chip off, but you kind of got to get close to see it.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little chip.
Well, maybe we can take a picture. You can take
Yeah,
a
I can
picture
take a
and put it
picture
on
of
like Instagram or something.
Yeah, the disple's nice try, Paul. Chip your own tooth just to make people believe you're kayfabe.
you really fucking committed to this kayfabe, huh?
Or
Took
someone
a
will find-
chisel to your own tooth.
Or someone will find a thing before, like, look, Paul's tooth is already chipped.
Oh, Joker screening evacuated after audience member shouts Allahu Akbar.
God, dude, it's so easy to get
Jesus.
scare people in this country.
Why would you? Well, but why was an idiot like? I'd just be more pissed off. I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, you're gonna
trying
blow-
to watch a fucking
Look,
movie.
are you gonna blow the fucking theater up or not?
Either kill me or don't.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
interrupt this.
Then shut the fuck up and let me watch the Joker.
I'd run out of the theater and ask for a fucking refund so I could see the movie without some idiot screaming in it.
Yeah, we're gonna cover this story tomorrow, I'm sure, when we do Flash Ride. But did you guys hear about this fucking these gender reveal parties they have and shit?
Oh, I heard. I know where you're going with this. Yes.
You know these gender reveal parties where people.
Oh, I think I
I'm
know
aware
about
of them.
this. Is this
Yeah.
the fire the fucking giant wildfire in Arizona that got started by
Nope.
one? Oh, there's another story.
Oh, what? What the fuck? Okay, I guess there's gonna be a block.
No, there's a fucking
right.
ginormous like 2,000 acre
So,
wildfire.
like I said-
because of one of these.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
okay. That I guess that's another crazy one. This one's fucking wild. All right. So these people get together and they try to build this device to shoot the because you reveal it by either revealing some pink or some blue shit, right?
Right.
It's
Sometimes
pink,
it's
it's a
smoke,
girl, it's
balloons,
So these
whatever
people
it
they
is.
tried to release all this fucking like pink or blue dust into the air to reveal the baby's gender
And
and
essentially,
shit.
they built a pipe bomb.
Yes. They ended up building a pipe bomb that exploded with such fucking severity that it killed the grandma in the family.
Yeah.
A piece of shrapnel traveled through her body. She was standing fucking
Oh my God.
45 feet away. It traveled through her body and then flew an additional 400 feet. That's how powerful the blast was.
All I can
These
think of
people
is
are
that
idiots,
poor kid.
dude.
And
Do
she
you
was killed
imagine
instantly.
that being the announcement of your fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
The first taste of people get of you as a person.
That
know
kid's
what?
gonna grow
Was-
up to be the
you got-
Antichrist,
yeah.
right?
You gotta
You
say
know?
this though: the kid really came in the world with a bang, dude.
He isn't even in the
guess
world
so.
yet, man. They already killed somebody for him.
I know.
They already killed his grandmother, and he
The
hasn't
first
even been born.
of many sacrifices in his honor. I don't know if it's a boy.
Yeah, these gender reveal parties are kind of a new thing.
They need to
They-
stop.
and now they've gone too far.
I never heard of one in my entire life of knowing people having kids and shit. I've never heard of a gender reveal party. But the story I heard was it's recently. It's part of the big wildfires that are part of the drought in the West right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it'd be
But
California.
this was in
wildfires.
Arizona. This one was, and
okay.
some people had a little box that was supposed to blow blue smoke, and it exploded not with enough force to kill anybody, but with enough force to start a couple of fires that they weren't able to put out. And now it's like burned thousands of acres. So people are like, listen, I don't mean to demean anybody that has children, but people don't care enough to want to go see an explosion of fucking, like, I know you're excited about the kid, and that's great. But back in the day, they used to just send you like an email or send you a little letter thing saying it's a boy or whatever the fuck, and inviting you to the, there was none of this shit. Whoa. That's
Whoa.
yeah. Gabe Newell is old Scotty.
Yeah, someone on the Deep Fat Fried subreddit
Oh, of course.
has said that Gabe Newell, the founder of Valve and a neckbeard god, looks like an aged Scotty.
Dude, I'll take it, man.
Damn.
If I can end up with even a tenth of his success,
Scotty.
I'll take it.
So let me do this for me. Just take off your fucking glasses for a second so we can kind of
Okay.
do a side by side on this shit.
All right. So I'm
Just look straight ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
look-
you go. That's
I can
actually,
see it, dude.
It's actually pretty close.
I can see it.
Yeah,
It does kind of look like an older, slightly fatter Scotty.
yeah,
Cool, dude.
yeah.
I'm gonna go on to found a fucking awesome game studio. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I think he already had by the time he was your age, though.
Oh, fuck,
Well,
dude.
whatever, you know.
That's the problem.
I'm just a
You're
fucking
lagging
loser.
a little bit behind.
You're a little
Just
behind, but
little
that's
bit.
okay.
I'm just a little bit behind.
It's all right. I'm no Erasmus Darwin either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you're not even, dude, Paul. You should change your name to Erasmus. I'm telling you.
That's a cool fucking
It'll
name.
open a lot of doors for you. Be like, well, my name's Paul. Yeah.
Erasmus.
Who's that guy's name? That's Erasmus. Oh, I want to meet him.
Jesus, man.
Sounds like
that
an
is a fucking
interesting
cool
fellow.
name.
Who would want to meet a guy named Erasmus, dude?
Dude, he sounds like a wizard or something. I love it.
Come to the lair of Erasmus.
Yeah.
Can't,
awesome.
You can't be like, come to the lair of Paul. I mean,
Come to the lair of Paul.
Nah, I'm
It's
good.
horrible.
Eh.
Erasmus, though?
Come to the lair of Erasmus. Oh, that sounds intriguing.
Holy shit.
What's going on there?
Figure your true calling in life.
Huh?
TJ, look,
So, you know those Game of Thrones prequels that were going to happen? Apparently, HBO has
cancel them.
canceled
Yanked 'em.
all of them.
Oh, did you hear
I
about
also heard that the dudes
the
left
dudes-
Star Wars.
Yeah, they were the dudes.
Thank goodness.
These are those are like the fucking fourth or fifth guys to be attached to a Star Wars project to suddenly leave.
hot potato, dude?
It leads me to believe that Disney is exercising a lot of control and a lot of input over the scripts and the character styles and shit, because more than anything, I think that's what will cause people to leave a big opportunity.
Yeah, like
that.
the Solo movie was originally supposed to be directed by the dudes who did the Lego movie, but
Correct.
apparently their take on it was too comedic for Disney's taste, which is why they had, I think, Ron Howard come in and finish it. I kind of wish I could see the fucking Lego movies guys take, because it probably would have at least been funny. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
They just
Have you seen Solo?
no, and I never will.
I mean,
I've never seen it.
comparing it to the newer Star Wars movies, I would say it's actually better.
Ugh.
I'm not saying much. I understand that.
So is it? I heard Darth Maul's in it, so maybe I'll check it out for Darth Maul. Does he actually do anything cool, or does he just show up and be like, "I'm Darth Maul. I'm back.
that probably.
I'm back."
I
bitch."
mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he
Look
does
at
nothing.
it's Darth. It's another thing you remember that used to be good.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not going to sell you on the movie as being great, but I will say, in my opinion, it's better than the two.
Well, I'm good. I'm pretty much good. I'm gonna see the next one, and then I'm pretty much done with their fucking Star Wars shit. At least on the big screen. I'm gonna check out
Until
that Mandalorian, and if that
2022.
sucks, then I'm just done with Star Wars.
Dude,
I'm just
you
gonna
know
say
what?
it's dead.
tell me in 2022
Uh-huh.
that you're not going to see the new Star Wars movie.
Especially when you
What are
see
they gonna
that-
do at that point? Are they gonna like do
It's
like?
all new.
All right, episode fucking 10, bitch.
Well, from what I have heard and what Disney has claimed,
Uh-huh.
they're charting into uncharted territory. They're not bringing
All right.
back any
well,
nostalgia
if they actually
characters.
do some uncharted territory
That's
and
what they're
stop
saying.
relying on this nostalgia shit,
Bullshit.
then maybe I'll check it
You
out.
want to know when
That's
you're
what
going
they're
to lose,
claiming.
TJ?
When?
As soon as you go to another movie and a trailer that you didn't know was coming starts with a black screen and then goes, dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Take my
dun,
money!
dun,
Oh my
ba,
God,
ba,
yeah.
ba, and the shit.
A new saga begins.
Yep. TJ will be there. You know what I mean?
God
I will be
damn it.
too.
You know what? Because you know what? They know. Like, the nostalgia game for that shit is so strong that even if you watch a trailer that's otherwise ass, all they have to do is throw that sound, that music over it, and all of a sudden you're like, God damn it, I kind of want to see
Look,
this.
in this group, I'm gonna be honest. When the fucking new one comes out, I'm gonna go eat my Star Wars gruel. I'll be like, oh, okay.
But you know what? I did have
I'm fine with it.
I had the strength, the inner strength to say, you know what? Fuck Solo. I ain't seeing it. And to this day, I haven't.
Yeah, I still
and
haven't
I
seen
never
Solo
will.
either.
I never will.
I just
You'll
don't
see
have the. I just haven't like. Every time I've sat down to watch a movie and saw Solo, I found something else that I wanted to watch more than Solo.
I just don't even,
So-
you know, I don't want to watch anyone other than Harrison Ford play Han Solo. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see it.
Your mind's closed, TJ.
Yeah.
Open your mind.
It's closed as fuck. And you know what? I don't even really want to see Han Solo anymore, period.
He's fucking dead, dude.
Give me
They
something
killed
new.
him.
Yeah, he's dead.
Dude.
I don't care what he did in his fucking childhood
I
or
feel the
whatever
same
the
way
fuck.
about-
One,
a
one of
lot
my
of these
dude,
old
one of my
characters.
proudest moments when we were doing DP was get on there and be like, Han Solo is dead. Han Solo is dead. And all the people were like, I live Patriot. I hate Scotty. I hate him even more now.
Scotty loves spoilering.
Oh, dude, it was fucking great, dude. It was great to piss a bunch of whiners off. But
You like
look,
that? You like
everyone
those,
already
Snape
knew
you
that.
like those
Dumbledore.
assholes that showed up to like the Harry Potter book
Yeah.
thing and
dude.
like, Dumbledore's dead!
Dude, if I was old enough, I would have done it.
Dumbledore
I would have done
dies!
it. I would have done it, dude. If I was old enough to do it, I would have done
Don't
it.
waste your time, nerds!
Dumbledore
Dumbledore
fucking 6
fucking
feet
bites
under.
it, bitch!
No, it was Severus. It was a Snape.
Snape kills
Yep.
Dumbledore!
Yep.
Fucking bitch, you retard! He's dead!
I love it, dude. It's the
Fucking
ultimate troll
trolls,
job,
man.
dude.
Fucking trolls.
Because people get so immediately triggered by spoilers.
It's almost like one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like when,
I don't know.
dude, when you told me the spoiler for Game of Thrones season 8, I was like, like that was it wasn't even so
It's
much
not like
you
it's a
revealed
spoiler
it.
because it was, I mean, like, I can't even call this a spoiler because it's already so horrible.
It's already been so spoiled by.
And then
the
I just
terrible
I
decisions.
told both you guys, I'm like, all right, so here's what's rumored to happen. And I told you guys, and you're like, there's no fucking way they're going to end it like
Raisin
that.
Bran is gonna be king. Okay, come
And then
on.
and then
Love
fucking
Raisin
every
Bran,
fucking
dude.
detail of it turned out to be right, and it was just like, fuck.
Dude, when Tyrion made that speech and he like starts looking at Bran, I'm like, oh no, man. Oh, is TJ actually telling me the truth?
Who has a better story than Bran the Broken?
It's like he's the worst story
Yeah.
of the fucking
It's
show.
the
What
most
are you talking
boring
about?
story.
Because
of
the
fucking
story was
show.
so bad, they like cut it out of like 1 or 2 seasons of the show entirely.
It wasn't like season 5. They didn't even have.
Yeah,
the
they're just like,
storyline.
who cares about Bran? It's not like he's gonna be
Like
king.
my hand would have went up and I'd have been like, how about Jon Snow? He's got probably the. How about him? What about
Yeah.
Jon Snow
How
for
about
the king?
literally any other
How about
character
you?
in the fucking book? Yeah,
Who has a better story than you, Tyrion? You know what I mean?
Yeah, how about the fucking dragon? Anybody, any character, anyone else, the Night King, anyone else. Bring the Night King back. I don't care.
Big ass Brienne.
Yes. I'll
Bring
take
her
it.
ass over there and make her queen of the realm or whatever the fuck. You know, like any of it would have worked better than Bran. It was like literally the worst one. I guess maybe like if they'd have chosen one of the cousins or one of the Tully guys that were barely in one of the
when-
seasons and shit that were sitting up there, that might have been worse.
When whoever pitched that, when the words Bran came out of their mouth, it should have been like, what is Bran? It's like a fucking disgusting cereal. It's like, who the fuck wants that character on the Iron Throne?
Oh, dude, the fucking plug should have been pulled way before they even got to the crowning.
And then
scene.
those two guys-
That whole season was just
And those two
ass.
guys, I forget their names are, the showrunners for Game of Thrones, jump over to Disney, and then they leave because they're going to go to Netflix because Netflix just fucking paid them a huge amount of money. I think it's like 9 figures they're getting paid.
I mean,
by
the
Netflix.
first couple, I think it was the second episode, they just killed the Night King. And the way they killed him was just totally anticlimactic. and
Here's the Night
stupid.
King. All right. So anyway, that
Arya
happened.
Stark.
She jumps at him and he blocks it, but then she drops the knife and she stabs him in the gut and he's dead, and that's it.
It's just like, you just spent 7 seasons hyping that? That's horrible. I thought, like, honestly, the Night, the ending I thought going into the 8th season and the 7th and 8th season was going to be that, like, the Night King was basically going to win. And all these stratified people were going to have to get together and work together.
Yeah, I mean,
To beat him- to
right,
beat him.
Because it's like, okay, there's all this. Basically, the whole undercurrent of the show up to that point is there's this external threat that's being completely ignored by all of these idiots infighting over this fucking
climate change.
Yeah. And it was there's obvious climate change allegory going on and shit.
And then it just ends up
Then it's just like, but it turns out like, oh, the external threat was really fucking nothing. One battle and he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like sending like.
Oh, you just had to stab him with a special dagger and he's gone.
Dude, it's like sending,
Don't worry about it.
It's like sending like the trash guy in the Pacific sending out one tugboat and just pulls it all away like problem solved.
Then they have like a fucking dork with a pop gun kill a dragon. Like after building them up as like, this is the ultimate shit that can never be beaten and they can bring down the whole fucking realm with these dragons. Like some dude just like shoots it with an arrow and it dies. Like, what the fuck happened?
In the final battle, they have a bunch of those, and they're just totally ineffectual. Like, oh, nope, the dragon destroyed them all.
Like, who the fuck's idea was this, and why was this even allowed to go forward?
And you know that fucking the first dragon the first time they killed a dragon, they made it super dramatic. But when that second dragon died,
Yeah, there's like, la, la, la,
they're just
la.
like it's just like out of nowhere, and they didn't even make a big deal out of it. There was no like big. It wasn't like a big moment. It was just like, oh, by the way, one of the dragons is dead.
Well, no. Here's the thing.
Okay.
The Night King was built up as the ultimate badass, so when he took it down a dragon, you were like, oh, shit. He just killed a fucking dragon. It had impact, had power. It was like, and it made sense. If they made him the only character that could kill a dragon, that would have been special. That would have
And
meant
he
something.
didn't really even kill it. He just, like, took the dragon, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he killed it, but he brought it back because it was so powerful. And then one just gets killed by an arrow.
I know. It's
And then later in the season, 1 million of those arrow things can't hit one
the
dragon.
only good thing in season 8 was the fucking battle that basically the battle with the undead. And the fucking dragon tries to burn the Night King. Like, oh, that was so cool. And then they fucking kill him in such a lame way. It's like dragon fire can't kill him, but a lame little dagger gets him.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Whoever's running this fucking show was so
I mean,
out
they
of touch
literally
with reality.
that dagger shit is literally like a plot point from fucking Jason Goes to Hell. They did the same thing to Jason, where they're like, all right, Jason can't be killed unless you got the special dagger. Oh, like what? What is?
Fuck the special
Fuck
dagger,
this.
dude.
No, never again. If
mean,
you're
they were
writing any
selling
sort of
that.
fantasy story, don't ever put a special dagger that kills your main villain with super ease.
I just think it's shitty how it went down. They spent the time building up such a strong antagonist that would have caused, I don't know. There's just 1 million different fucking directions that
Yeah, he
could have
deserved like at the very least that should have been like 3 or 4 episodes of just that fucking battle. You know, really give him his
They
fucking
should have lost
spotlight,
that battle, and he should have kept going and fucking taken over most of the fucking Westeros, and
Yeah.
then everybody kind of has to get together and plan a way
for
to
some
fucking
last
beat him.
stand. You know,
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to plan some plot device where some main characters somehow survive, like they jump on the back of one of the dragons that's still alive and get away, like fine, whatever. But like, I agree with you that they shouldn't have won the battle, but they win, and it's like, the fact that they made him like tied to everyone else, so it's like when you kill him, you just kill all the other enemies. It's just like, okay, well that's kind of fucking lame, dude. It's just like. Remember they did in Lord of the Rings and the Fellowship of the Ring, and they defeat Sauron, and all the baddies just collapse. Like, oh, well, they win now. That's it.
Right. It
I don't
sucks.
know. I'm so fucking done with goddamn Game of Thrones, dude. Fucking 8 seasons, 8 years of my life built up to just the biggest fucking shit sandwich.
That's why I like American Horror Story so much, man. Because every season is pretty much different. I mean, some characters appear in different seasons
Right.
from other ones, but you don't need to know that.
yeah. And the great
And
thing
I'm
is too,
too
like there's not
confused to be
because there's not some
disappointed.
overarching story. It's like if the season goes awry, it's like, oh well, they kind
that
of
one sucks.
They built that up for 12 episodes, then it was kind of disappointing. But it's not no 8 seasons.
Yeah, a bad season is whatever.
I've only seen 2 of the seasons, but I've been too confused to be disappointed or,
Right,
or
yeah.
critical by the end of these.
That's
I'm
true.
just like, holy fuck!
What did I just even see?
How did you even write something like this?
Yeah. The only time I've honestly been disappointed with that show was the final episode of Roanoke, which I know you haven't seen yet.
No,
but
I haven't.
it's pretty good lead up to it, but then they just tack on this totally unnecessary closure episode for a character that you probably by that time do not give a fuck about. Whatever. Anyway, that's pretty good length for the pre-post show. 25 minutes, 26 minutes about.
All right.
So we'll see you guys. I don't know what day this episode's airing, but we'll see you next time there's a pre-post show. Enjoy.